Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillahi wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillahi amma ba'd. So inshallah, I will begin this session with this question, that if any one of you wants to ask anything regarding what we have discussed so far on the subject of ilmu sarf. So if you remember in our previous session, we primarily discussed one concept, and the concept was that the family which only consists of 3 root letters. And when we say 3 root letters, we discussed the concept that the original or the root letters of any Arabic word, you can find them in the first cell of your fail madi, in the huwa cell. So, but then we said that because there are multiple options, because depending on the haraka of the middle letter, lam, ain kalima, fa, ain and lam, we label them as 3 letters. So the middle letter or the second last letter, depending on the haraka of the second last letter, both in madi and in mudare, there become 6 possible options. But from a conceptual point of view, we are only discussing one family. And what is that one family? A family which only has 3 letters and nothing else, right? And then we discussed all of those 6 options, and then we went through our vocabulary book and we discussed that from page 15 to page 20. This is the vocabulary which belongs to this session. Now, inshallah, please feel free if there's anything you want to ask on this subject, or if something is not clear to you, please feel free to ask your questions.
Assalamu alaikum, brother. I actually understood the 6 forms, which the Madi, Mudari, Amr, Fa'il, Maf'ul, and Masdar.
Yeah.
But I couldn't relate that to the chart that you explained, the one before, where there are more number of forms of that each family.
Sister, you mean the chart of the family members?
Yeah, the chart of the family members. I don't know how to relate all of them with these 6 forms. Maybe I didn't get it, that I'm maybe not clear about that. That's all.
Okay, let me, sister, show you, for example, when we discuss.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
So, sister, let me first count for all of us those members. So, remember, sister, we discussed that there are 10 members which are fixed in every family. Okay, so every family must have those 10 members. And what are those 10 members? First of all, Madi, then Mudare, and then Masdar, and then Ism Fa'il, which means the doer of the action. And then number 4, this one, sorry, actually number 5. Number 5, sister, is again fail Madi, but passivize. Number 6, fail Mudare, but passivize. And this one is repeated. So you don't count this one as a next member. So far in terms of member, sister, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? And then number 7, Mansurun, is the maf'ul, the one on which action is happening, right, sister? So 4, 5, 6, and 7 members so far. And then Unsur, fail Amr, member number 8. La Tansur, fail Nahi, member number 9. Mansarun, Ism Zarf. Sister, Zarf mean time and place of happening of the action. Okay, sister? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These 10 members are compulsory, right, sister? In this case, sister, what we're learning is that in the case of these 3-letter families, their ism zarf can have up to 3 shapes. It's in terms of sister member, it is one member, mansarun, okay? But sometimes it will appear as in this shape, mansarun, sometime in this shape, mansirun, which means with the kasra, and sometime in this shape with the ta marbuta. But in the terms of members, it's only one member, ism zarf, right? So 4 plus 3, 7 plus 3, 10. These are those 10 members which we discussed in our first session of Ilmu Sarf. They are fixed. Now, this family has one extra member. What is the extra member, sister? Min sarun. What is min sarun? The tool with which the action is happening. The tool, okay? But at the same time, like we discussed in this one, member number 10, same is the case here. This member number 11, it can appear in min sarun as min or as min saratun or as min sarun. But in terms of its member number, it's only one member. And this member is called ism ala. A, lam, and ha. Ism ala. Ala means simply the tool with which action is happening. So in terms of sister, relating this one to that member's number, these are 11 members in all of these families.
Okay. Jazakallah. So when Nasara means he helped.
Excellent.
Yeah, Nusira. So when how will it be? What will be the meaning of Nusira? When
Okay,
it's
okay,
talking?
sister. You know, sister, the difference between active speech and passive speech is, in the case of active speech, you know the doer, the file. For example, when you say Nasara, he helped, right, sister? And in the case of passive speech, you do not know the doer. So when you say Nusira, it will be it was helped or he was helped.
By
or
someone.
you can say help was done.
Yeah. Help was given. Okay.
Yeah, help was done or he was helped. Literally mean he was helped. He was helped by who? We don't know.
Okay.
Right,
Okay.
sister? Yansuru, sister, Yansuru means, for example, he helps. Okay. Or he will help. Okay. And in case of Yunsaru, we cannot say that he helps. Okay. How would you translate? Just want to give you the chance. For example.
Yunsaru, help will be given. Help will be done. Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
That is the whole point, sister. That's the whole.
Okay. Jazakallah.
Help is given or help will be given. Both are correct. Please, everyone, do not hesitate. If there's anything which is not clear to you, please ask me. Let me repeat one thing, because this is a very natural and legitimate question which some of you may be thinking, and I was thinking when I was reading all of these things at one point, that what is the connection between my learning of the Quranic text and this 6 family business? So the connection is, I mentioned last time as well, because now we are student of this language. Obviously, there are certain terminologies which we need to understand. And in terms of this particular topic, the terminology is that when they say that Sulasi Mujarrad family, what it means, now we understand that 3 letters family. And likewise, when they say this world belongs to Nasara family, we understand that he means that the family in which Madi has Fatha and Mudare has Dhamma. So just to make you understand this system, and likewise, sister, and all of you, as I mentioned before, that when you are, inshallah, gonna be memorizing these words, as you can see that they have this title that says Sulasi Mujarrad and Fataha Yaftahu. Now you understand that what this whole thing means. This is the practical implication of this topic.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
I have 2 questions. One is in the previous, the where you are showing us that chart of 11 members.
Yeah.
In that you did mention one word which is a masdar.
Yeah.
So if you can please explain what actually is masdar and how it is used and like what's its application.
Okay, no problem. So first of all, what is masdar? If we understand the English term for masdar, I mentioned, I think, in one of the session, the English term is verbal noun. Now it sounds like oxymoron. That is it verb or is it noun? So verbal noun means that it is a verb in the sense that it expresses some action. But at the same time, because it does not have time element, because in the case of fail or verb, we have action and time. These are the two main things, action and time or tense. Because in the case of masdar, it represents action. So that's why it has this one connection or one similarity with the verb. But at the same time, because it does not have the time element, which is the feature of a noun. For example, if I say table, if I say pen, if I say glass, all of these are nouns. When I say glass, it does not have any time element attached to it, right? So because masdar or verbal noun is a word, it has action. So this is one similarity of it with the verb. And because it does not have time element, this is its similarity with the noun. So we call it verbal noun. Now, then second point is, I explained earlier that if you reflect on those words in the English language, which we express by using ing at their end. For example, eating, sleeping, drinking, walking. All of these words are actually, in Arabic terms, we call them masdar. Why? Because they express the idea. Point number 3, then does masdar belong to verb or does it belong to the noun? So the answer is no, it belongs to noun. It is still ism. It does not belong to the family of, or you can say the concept of verb. It still belongs to the concept of ism, right? So these are the 3 points. Please, Amir, might tell me that if these 3 points are making sense, and do they help in giving you the concept of masdar?
Yes, Jazakallah. Now I understood a bit better.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah. And the next question is, if you go back to that list of the words, the Quran understanding page. So as you did mention that if someone now say that what is salasa mujarrad, no we
Sulasi mujarrad.
yeah, so we know that what it is talking about with respect to this family.
Exactly.
But the example which is next to it, which is Fatah Yaftahu.
Yeah.
So basically Fatah one is the Mazi and Yaftahu is the Mudare.
Yep.
Okay. But when it talks about the whole family, it's a lot more than just Mazi and Mudare.
Okay.
Isn't it?
Okay, you are right, brother Amir. Actually, in this book of memorization, from basically these are the 6 members from that same chart. They did not give you the member of zarf. They did not give you the member of ism ala or tool. They did not give you the passive form of madi and mudare. In this way, they basically subtracted those 5 members: passive madi, passive mudare, and ism zarf and ism ala. And in this way, but still they belong to that same chart. Then what are these members? First one is active madi, second one is active mudare, third one is fail amr, and next one is and secondly they did not give you the fail nahi as well. Okay, so and next one is ism file, which was one of the members. Next one is ism maf'ul, and this last one is masdar. So basically these 6 members are from that same chart. All they did is they did not include those members which are not quite frequent.
Yeah, okay, Jazakallah. So I guess yeah, so now as you mentioned that this last column is the masdar.
Yeah.
But I was just going by as you mentioned and as we walk through, that the first line is basically, we can treat it as the heading of the columns, as because the
Okay,
first one is the fail and
okay.
the mudare and so
Yeah,
on and so
got
forth.
it. Got it.
But
Yeah.
and maybe I'll write it in my notes, then it will make sense. Yeah, otherwise obviously it's easy to forget.
I can understand. Yes. And
Okay.
I would actually encourage all of the people, you can write down on the top here. And please, remember I said one thing last time. I said that obviously not every vocabulary word is equally important in terms of our learning process. For example, Jama'a comes 40 times, but Jala comes 346 times. So I said last time as well, if any one of you can please do this job from these 6 pages, please do this, because inshallah, I would appreciate if you can do this for all of us, that organize them in terms of their frequency from page 15, because this one is page 16. This is page number 16, and then it goes up till page number 20. So basically 5 pages, 16 to 20, but they are not organized in the with their frequency. For example, you can organize the same page of Fataha family, but you can organize in terms of its frequency. For example, you can put Jala first and then rest of them, and likewise you can organize all of this family. In this way, it will become easy for all of us, so we can target those words which are more frequent in our first attempt, and then we can go for the less frequent ones. So inshallah, I'm expecting inshallah from one of the sisters to do this job, because mashallah, sisters are always more hardworking. I have to acknowledge this. Anything which is still not clear to any one of you, please do not hesitate. Inshallah, I will not move forward until I answer all of your questions, inshallah.
Brother.
Salam.
So when you say passive,
Yeah.
does that mean the doer is unknown?
Yes, sister.
Okay, so the second on your other page, all the words in the second line, the other slide you were doing, they're all, not this one, the other one, your lecture.
This one?
Yes, this one, chart of 3 letters. So the second line is there, all the words are, doer is unknown. Yeah?
Yes, sister. Obviously, sister, when I mean doer is unknown, I mean in the case of Madi and Mudare, because these are two main tenses in Arabic language. Madi, which is past, and Mudare means present and future. So it is this point of doer not known is relevant to member number 5 and member number 6. What I mean by 5 and 6, because number 1 is active past, number 2 is active mudare, number 3 is masdar, number 4 is ism file, number 5 is passive madi, and number 6 is passive mudare. So this concept of doer not known is relevant to this 5 and 6.
So 1, 2, 3, okay, 3 and 4. So they're noun, right? Nasran and Nasirun.
Yes.
The noun.
Yes.
But so what's the difference between these two? Nasran and Nasirun, like.
Okay, sister, Nasran mean helping, just the word helping, and Nasirun mean the one who helps.
Who helps?
Mansurun mean the one whose help is done.
So, Mansur mean who help is done. Did you say done?
The one whose help is done.
Done.
Which we call in English language object.
Object.
Yeah. So Nasirun is subject. Mansurun is object.
Okay. Okay, brother.
Oh, yeah. Any other question anyone has regarding our these two topics which I've discussed so far in Ilmu Sarf? Okay, now let me give you a small homework, okay, which inshallah I'm expecting from all of you to finish by next class, before the next class. Just memorize, if not more, 3 frequently coming, just three from each family. From Fatah family, just target those 3 words which are more frequent. As you can see, Ja'ala will be 1, Salaha will be 2nd, and 3rd will be Fa'ala itself, because Fa'ala itself comes in the Quran. So first one is Ja'ala, second one is Salaha, third one is Fa'ala. Likewise, go to second family and target those 3 words which are more frequent. As you can see, that most frequent is Halaka, and then number 2 is Zakara, and then number 3 I think is Razaka. So likewise, in third family, in this way, they may be like 15 or 20 words, okay, 15 or 20 words, but those 15 or 20 words, they will be coming in the Quran thousands of times. Why? Because as you can see the frequency of them coming in the Quran. What I will do in next session, inshallah, on Thursday, I will show you that what it means that this word comes in the Quran. For example, halaka comes in the Quran 248 times. Is there a way for me to see all of those examples, or how can I understand this point? Inshallah, in my next in our next class, inshallah, I will show you this from the Quran, so it can make more sense for you. But before that, please, brothers and sisters, do this homework, that target those 3 top words from each family. Any question before I move on to the second topic of this class? Okay, now let's inshallah move on to our next topic. Now, as all of you already know, that we have done last 10 surahs, right? Now please pay attention, brothers and sisters. We have to maintain what we have learned. What I mean by this is that please do not lose sight of revision. I know that we still have to do 4 surahs. I have not forgotten, inshallah. I remember that, because there are last 14 surahs, inshallah, which we are targeting. No problem. Inshallah, we'll do the rest of the 4. And inshallah, I am more than sure that you will be able to do, inshallah, on your own as well. And then I will, inshallah, help you to correct your mistakes. Now, but please, this is my advice to all of you, and it is very important. I'm telling you out of my experience that yes, now we have to focus on vocabulary and all of those ilmu sarf topics, but please do not lose sight of this task as well, on which we have spent 1.5 months almost on these 10 surahs. So we need to, inshallah, maintain this this thing as well. So for example, I would say that just revise this one. Obviously, now in this revision, it's up to you if you want to do the same way. For example, so I was saying that please do 1 surah, revision of 1 surah every day, which means let's not count today, because today we have class. Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday evening we will inshallah come back. So please do these 3 surahs. Okay, Qul a'udhu bi rabbil falaq, Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas, and Qul huwallah. These 3 last surahs. And feel free to ask any question either during the week. For example, when you are doing this analysis again, you come across something which can't understand, please don't hesitate to send me a message. Inshallah, I'll apply that to you. Or you can ask me in our next class. But this is your very important task before the next class that you, and inshallah, I am more than sure that in this go, it will not take more than 15 minutes, because we have done all of this already. But please do it 1 surah every day, inshallah. And once we have revised all the 10 surahs, then inshallah, we will start doing the rest of the 4 surahs. Makes sense, inshallah. Now, this was second point. Okay, let me just stick with this one. I actually had one more thing in my mind. I was thinking that we can start the analysis of Surah Al-Fatiha, but it may be a little bit overburdened for all of you, which I definitely do not want. So inshallah, let's stick with this much. Look, understand this point. Inshallah, I have a clear roadmap in my mind for 4 months. Bi'iznillahi ta'ala, within these 4 months, inshallah, we'll achieve our target. Inshallah. All I want you to do is just you do as much which is being mentioned as a homework in every session. Just do that much. And inshallah, your success is guaranteed bi'iznillahi ta'ala. So any question you want to ask or anything before we finish today's session?
Brother, regarding the conditional sentences you gave us for the practice,
Okay, yes.
I
yes.
think some may have done, but I think there are a few things which are not clear. So
No
either
problem.
are we going to do them as a group, or
Thanks for thanks for reminding me, because I was just thinking that maybe all of you are inshallah good with them, but thanks for reminding me. Inshallah, no problem. I can dedicate inshallah one class in the coming sessions for inshallah those 10 examples.
Jazakallah.
Yeah. So brother, sister, please remember your homework. Please, number 1, you will do the revision of the grammatical analysis of last 3 surahs, An-Nas, Al-Falaq, and Al-Ikhlas. And secondly, those 15 or 20 words of vocabulary from the 6 families. And inshallah, as I requested, that if any one of you please can do this as a volunteer to organize those 5 pages of vocabulary in their order of frequency. That will be very helpful for all of us, and inshallah, a sadaqah jariyah for you as well. And if you want to do this, please send a message in the group so rest of the people know that you are doing this. So it may happen that everyone maybe start doing that, or maybe no one does that. It's possible as well. But inshallah, if you want to do this, please mention in the group message so people can know that inshallah you will do this. Okay. Okay, inshallah, with this we end. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.